Hey friends, Sleepy here, and welcome to a brand new pickup video. Now I've got some great stuff to share with you guys today. I've got stuff from GameFly, GameStop, eBay, local game stores, and stuff I found at the thrift stores. So we'll get started here with the one game that I got from GameStop, which I still like going to GameStop as you can find some great deals on modern console games, and I do occasionally pre-order new titles, specifically if there's certain games that I really want to have day one. I just go to my local GameStop and pre-order them there because the people who work there are really nice and friendly, and they've always treated me right, so that's why I like going there. I know some people hate GameStop, but me, I never have really had any problems with them over the years, so that's why I still enjoy shopping there. So I picked up this pre-order when it had come out. I'm a big fan of Lego games, and I knew I had to get this one, and that was the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. But this is the deluxe edition, which came with all the DLC. I do have the game here as I took it out. I was careful to just cut the top as I wanted to keep the box wrapped in the plastic because I like having the little sticker here with the Luke figure that's in there, and also just help protect the box from dust and stuff. So I was really careful when I opened it. This was, I think it was like $70. It was just $10 more than the regular copy, and you got all of the DLC with extra character packs and stuff, because this game is packed with just hundreds and hundreds of characters. It's like the largest Lego game that they have made to date. This does have all 9 Star Wars films, which I'm not a huge fan of the Disney films, those last 3, but I'm really interested in having the original 6 movies to play through. So really cool, because I did love the past Lego Star Wars games, and so I definitely had to have this one for my collection. And now, because I pre-ordered it, I did get this really cool X-Wing TIE Fighter little Lego set. And I'm glad that I asked about it, because the people who worked there only got a couple of these in, and because not very many people actually pre-ordered a copy. I think there was only like 3 of us, and I think she said she had like 5 of them total, and the other people who actually picked up their pre-orders didn't even want it, so they left it behind. So I was able to get mine, because I do like these cool little physical pre-order bonus items. I've always been a fan of physical stuff, and usually you get like digital content for pre-order bonuses these days, but occasionally they still do have cool little physical bonus items you can get, and that's what I got. That, so really happy with that. Played a little bit of episode 1 and really enjoyed it. It has that classic Star Wars humor in it, and you have voice acting and stuff that they did not actually have in the original Lego Star Wars game, because it had the mumble voices, which you actually can turn that option on if you want to have it that classic style. So really cool game. Definitely looking forward to playing through this one this year and beating it. Great game. Now I'll move on to a few things I got from my local game stores, which I have not been picking up a whole lot there, as I've just not been finding stuff that I need. But I did find another strategy guide. It was priced at only $10. I couldn't leave it behind for that price. And that was Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. This is the 2nd edition, but that's the collector's edition. It was only $10 and in like great condition. Like, I could not leave that behind. And I'd always thought that I had the strategy guide for Skyrim, but I looked on my website and saw that I did not have it, because I did play this game a lot, but I obviously didn't use the strategy guide for it. I think I might have borrowed my brother's or something. So really cool to have my own strategy guide for Skyrim, and having it the hardbound guides that I left for only $10 a deal, because online there's people still want like 30 and $40 for a copy of this. So very happy to have that. And then I got another PlayStation portable game. A PSP game was also $10, and it is Valhalla Knights 2, which I had the first game. I did not know there was a second. There's actually a third one that was released as well that I will need to get, and I think that one's on the Vita, but in really good condition and complete. So very happy with those finds. Now we'll move on to stuff I got from the village thrift stores that I love going to. I've found so many wonderful games and consoles and deals over the years. Their prices have gone up a lot over the years there, and they're not as cheap as they used to be, but they have special color deals. Like every week they have 2 colors, and then certain days, like one of those colors will be 50 cents, and another day it'll be 75 cents, or it'll be $1, as long as they're priced at $12 under. Otherwise, they're half price, and then both colors will be half price if they're not on one of those special days. So I do like going to visit them every week and go out with my one buddy, Todd, all the time. And I did find some great stuff there. First thing was I got a set of Wii power cord, and the AV cables was originally priced at $8 blue, but it was half price. So it was only $4, so $2 for each, which is a great deal. You know, I can always use extra cords, as I do run into loose systems and stuff, and you also can just trade these or sell these to people who need them. So cords always come in handy, so I definitely was glad to pick those up. This was only like it was under $10 and it was in amazing condition. It works great, and that is an Xbox One controller. Like, that's a hell of a deal, because these at the local game store are still hard to find. Same with like PlayStations and controllers and stuff. Just first-party controllers in general are tough to find at my local game stores, as people are still buying them and using them, and they command a high price, usually $50. So under $10 for a great working Xbox One controller is a hell of a deal. So this is like the fourth Xbox One controller I found at a thrift store over the last like 5 years. So very awesome. Happy to have that. I did get some games there, and this first 3 games I went on a day when orange was 75 cents. So I've got for Wii U, the Lego Movie video game was priced at $6, but since it was orange, it was only 75 cents. You know, I just couldn't leave it behind. I already have it, but I figured I'd get it for my trade pile for 75 cents. You know, you don't really find a whole lot of video games these days for 75 cents, so very awesome to get that. I also had a copy here of Gears of War 2, which was priced at $8 and in really good condition. But again, because it was orange that day, I got it for 75 cents, and it has little code papers and the manual and everything. And this was another one I just got for the trade pile, so we got that. Next up, I got a copy here of Too Human. Was priced at $8, but it was orange, was 75 cents. And I actually got this for my buddy Dean, because he wanted to get a copy of this game, and I let him know, hey dude, they have it for 75 cents, like less than $1, you can get a copy. Now the cover is a little ripped up, but he said he didn't mind that, and it is complete with the manual, and the disc is really nice. So Dean, here's that copy I picked up for you. I know you'll be happy. And again, you know, 75 cents, you can't say no, because this game locally sells for about $15, so 75 cents is a steal for that. And now these next 2 here I got on a different day when they were just half price. So I got a copy of Star Wars Battlefront 2. It was priced at $12, but I got it for $6. This is an awesome game. Absolutely love this series. Really, really good condition. And it even came with a bonus. Game 2 was in there. Was a 007 Everything or Nothing, which is great to have a bonus copy. So 2 games for $6. Really cool game. Got this. I'm going to actually keep this for my collection, because you can play through System Link, and I have multiple Xboxes, and I would love to host a gaming party in the future and have some extra Xbox games we can play multiplayer through System Link. You can do up to 32 players, it says, so always happy to add an extra copy for something like that. And like I said, $6 is a great deal, because this goes for about $30 locally, so very awesome. And then also, I got Super Street Fighter 4. The arcade edition was priced at $10, but since orange that day was half price, it was only $5 and in really good condition, and complete with the manual and stuff. And I did not have this for the collection, so that was a great addition there. So very happy with that. I did get a console there, as I run into a lot of consoles. I find a lot of PlayStation 2s, a lot of PlayStation 3s. Xbox 360s, original Xboxes, they're always usually priced at $50, $60, $70, $80, $100, $200, depending on the stuff with them. And a lot of Wii consoles and stuff I find there. But this was one that I've wanted to get for a long time, but I was like, I'm going to wait till I find one for the right price. And this was priced at only $30. And, you know, I knew I had to have it because I wanted it for my collection. It's also one that is really unique. And that is a Nintendo Wii Mini, which is a little tiny little Wii console, and it's a top loading console, which is cool. It also came with a copy of Wii Sports in there, which this thing works wonderful. It came with a matching red Wii Motion Plus controller and nunchuck, which these official Wii remotes here sell for $30 to $40 on their own. So for $30 for the whole console is a great deal for that. So I got that. Also came with the AV cords, and of course its power cord, and the sensor bar, which is actually a black sensor bar, and I had watched a video a while ago about the different Wii consoles out there, and somebody said that the Wii consoles that did not play GameCube games specifically came packaged with a black sensor bar, and the regular Wiis that did have GameCube support came with gray sensor bars, and that was one way to know. So this Wii Mini cannot go on the internet. It cannot. It does not have a place for an SD card slot or anything, but it does have a USB thing, and you can mod it so you can hook up like a hard drive or something to it. But the thing that appealed to me the most about it is it just plays games. No bells and whistles. You just pop a disc in there and you can play a Wii game whenever you want to. I tested it out and it worked wonderful. I had found a copy of New Super Mario Bros. Wii at that same Village thrift store like a couple months ago. And so I just bundled it with that because this was supposed to come with that Mario game, because this is basically like a Mario themed Wii. And these Wii Minis are actually pretty hard to find, especially locally. I never ever see them. And when I had seen one or two of them at the local game stores, they wanted like $180 for it because they're uncommon. And they were mostly like a big thing in Canada, but I just wanted one for my collection, just something unique. I do love the Nintendo Wii. I've got several Wii consoles, modded and unmodded ones. And I just always wanted to have the Wii Mini because it just looked really cool and interesting. A lot of people don't like it because it doesn't have all the bells and whistles of a normal Wii, but I just like that it's a top loader and it just plays the games. If you want to just stick down and play a game, you can play a game without having to worry about any other bullshit. So, very cool. Great little piece to get for $30. Like I said, I wanted to get one, but I wanted to wait to find one for a price that I was comfortable paying. And $30 for me, great deal for that. Alright guys, now we'll move on to one thing from GameFly. Now this game was recommended to me by my good buddy Dean, Vinny Corleone, 62. Great dude. Been friends with Dean for many years now. Now he and I have been talking about different games. We chat all the time about life and stuff. And he was talking about, hey, have you heard about this game coming out? It just looks really cool and interesting. I think you should pick up a copy because it's going to be really hard to find down the road. If you want to get a physical copy, I would get it now instead of later. And so I went on Gamefly and I got it for $30 with like tax. It was like $32, and that was this game called Road 96. Got the Xbox One, Xbox Series X version. First person, like a story adventure game, replays different teens. Says you hit the road, adventure, freedom, escape, run, flee the regime, try to survive. So it's like a thing you're trying to get away from like a corrupt government or something. And him and I talked about it, just said it just looked really cool. And so I wanted to pick up a copy because it has a low print run. And anytime, you run into these budget games that are like $20, $30, down the road, they're hard to find and they get expensive when you do eventually run into them. The game stores find out that they're rare or something and they price them like that. And I checked all my local game stores and GameStops and none of them had copies left. So I was able to get it on Gamefly. So Dean, thanks so much for letting me know about this game. Can't wait to check it out. Look forward to, guys, me sharing this game in one of my weekly playlist video vlogs here in the future when I do play. I'll let you guys know my thoughts on it, but it does look awesome. So we got that. And now we'll go to stuff I got at that thrift store that's like an hour and a half away that my buddy Todd, who I go out hunting with, he has a job that's down near it. Well, this first thing he got, he was down there and I was like, hey man, remember that Jungle Green Nintendo 64 they had? Could you pick it up for me? See if they'll take $20 for it, because unfortunately underneath the console you could see that there was like water damage to the internal circuitry. It was all rusted and stuff, and I figured it didn't work. And he went down there when he was there, and I said, hey, we talked about this the last time we were here, that it didn't work, and that's why we didn't really want to buy it, because I don't know if it works and I don't know if I could fix it. And he's like, but my buddy wants to know, would you take 20? And they said, sure. So he brought it home and gave it to me. I gave him the $20 for it. And unfortunately, it did not work. Like I was worried it was broken, because under here, the little metal plate there you could see was all full of rust and everything. The inside was rusted out. So it obviously got water damage and was broken. But the case itself was in great condition and clean, and just has a regular little jumper pack, which I got that other expansion pack from them, but I sold that to my buddy Dean. So I took that other Nintendo 64, if you guys remember my last pickups video, that came with the expansion pack that I bought for $40, but it only cost me $20 after I sold the expansion pack to Dean. and I took the internals from that N64 and put it in the green shell because I knew that one worked for sure. Boom, I got a brand new working Jungle Green Nintendo 64. Now, it was really dirty and scuffed up, which I did do a good cleaning on it. And I mean, there's some stuff I can't remove from it, but otherwise, for $40, I got another Jungle Green Nintendo 64. Like I said, now I have another one. I also have that fire orange one. And again, these consoles are not cheap. This thing is going for like $200 on eBay, and locally, this would be going for about $200 or $300. If the local game stores ever get in colored Nintendo 64s, they know they're worth money and they charge. Now, it didn't have the cords with it. It didn't have a control or anything, but I have tons of extras of those. So I got myself another Nintendo 64 backup one for my collection. Like I said, I wasn't actively looking for it, but I ran into a deal, thanks to that thrift store. Very wonderful couple there. This husband and wife team, they've been there for about a year, and they're really fun and really nice people. And so it was great that they hooked me up with the deal. Well, we recently went there for a trip, so I was able to go there for a second time, and I told them, I'm going to bring my cord and stuff so I can test these different consoles for you. So I brought one of my extra Samsung flat screen TVs that has component inputs, AV inputs, and HDMI, and I brought a bunch of my cords, and I tested a bunch of their consoles for them because they had some 360s. They have a whole bunch of PlayStation 2 Slims, but I forgot to bring cords for those, so I'm going to test those for them next time. But I tested out their Dreamcast and found out that was broken, unfortunately. They had two PlayStation 1s, one worked, one didn't. They had a original Xbox that didn't power on at all. And so I had different piles there for them of what worked and what didn't work. And they had a bunch of old controllers that were junky, and I told them they just weren't worth selling. But the consoles that were broken, I told them they could sell, because which they do, they could sell them for parts, as people will buy them to fix them. So they were really appreciative of me taking the time to test stuff out there. And they had 3 memory cards here, which the little, I gotta replace the screw on this one's VMU, but they had the Dreamcast VMUs. They had a cool green one, an original gray one, and then a blue one. And they both worked, or all 3 worked, and has save files and everything, and worked great. And I asked them, I said, hey, I said, I tested these consoles for us. They're just like an hour and a half or something. And I said, hey, could I just have these 3 memory cards, and we'll just call it even for my time for trading? They said, sure, yeah, you can have them. And I got 3 wonderful working VMUs. I took the batteries out because, they're just the old 2032 CR batteries, and they just need new ones, which they're not needed unless you want to actually play on them without using the console. Otherwise, they're not needed. But I can always use memory cards, as I have a lot of Dreamcast games, and games do take up a lot of space. And so anytime you can get VMUs and memory cards, I'm going to pick them up. And I got them for free just for using my time, because locally these have been going up in price. The local game stores want $30 or $40 a piece for these. So, I did not mind a couple hours of work to get 3 memory cards. I thought that was a great trade. Now, I could have asked, I could have been one of those people and asked for more stuff, and I know they would have given me more things for free if I had wanted, but I'm not somebody that's like that. I wasn't going down there to take advantage of these people or to be an asshole. So, that's just not me. These people were really kind enough to let me go through stuff they hadn't put out, and hook me up with on a deal on that fire orange Nintendo 64, those expansion packs, some games, memory cards, that Jungle Green N64. Like, they hooked me up with a great deal. So I did not mind going back and assisting them with testing out stuff so that they could sell stuff. And they sell things at a fair price. And some people would have tried to take advantage of that situation and said everything was broken or none of this stuff was worth money to try to get a better deal. That's just not me. I'm not out there to screw people over. I'm not out there hoping to like, oh, I stuck it to that person. I got that $100 game for $1. That's just not me. I'm honest. I've always been honest. And I just can't be deceitful like that to people who are really wonderful and nice like that. And so I was glad to help them out. And so I'm going to make another trip down there eventually. I'm going to test out one of their one of their Xbox 360 E models, because I got to bring a cord for that. And then I'm going to test out their PS2 Slims they have and see if any of them work for them. And it's great because they said they'll give me something else when I go down the next time that I can have in exchange for my time. So very cool, very nice people. I did get one game there. It was priced at $5, but he gave it to me for $4, and that was Borderlands Game of the Year edition, which just has the complete Borderlands stuff for the 360 in really good condition. Got complete with the manual, the map. Both discs are like mint condition. Like I don't know if anybody even touched this game. But really cool to get that for $4. Great addition to my collection. So very happy with that. And now we'll end with stuff from the thrift store that I love going to that donates to the local humane society. So all the proceeds go to help out animals and getting them adopted and food and stuff. And so I have been finding some great gaming stuff there that I've been going there for well over a year now. Found this little bit bedraggled Mario plush. Needs to be a little cleaned up. His little overall coming up, and my mom said she could sew those on for me, and just it was only $4. Love these Mario plushes, and this is a really big one, which is really cool. Normally these would sell for like $30 at the game stores or more. So really happy to add this Mario plush to the collection. Got quite a few of those Mario plushes. If you guys have seen, if you checked out my room tour, there's a lot of them. Did get some games there. Priced really well at only $3. Now this first one is one I picked up for my buddy Dean. Again, this is one I was telling about. Hey, I found a game, and he's telling me, he's like, oh cool, I would like that game, and that is Dark Summit. It was only $3. It's a snowboarding game for original Xbox, and it is complete in pretty good condition. So that's another one for Dean. I also had a copy of Call of Duty Finest Hour for $3, which this was an awesome Call of Duty game. Highly recommend it. If you never played it, pick it up. It's great. I already had this, but couldn't leave it behind for such a cheap price. So this will be going into my box of extra games for trade or sale. Also got a copy here of the original Halo for $3. Great game. It's what sold me on the original Xbox. It made me fall in love with the console. Another one for the trade pile was only $3. I got some PlayStation 3 games here. Got a copy here of God of War Ascension for $3. Now, they did have that big God of War complete collection, or whatever it's called, where it has all the different God of Wars, but the disc looked like somebody took a knife and cut it, so it was sad to have to leave that one behind for $3, but there was no point in buying it since it was broken. But I did get this one for the collection, which I already have, but hey, you can't go wrong with a backup for only $3. So I got that. And then the other one they have here is one I did not have for my collection. That was Gran Turismo 6 for $3. And it is in good condition as well. So very happy. Lou loved the Gran Turismo games, and I can't believe I never had Gran Turismo 6. Now I do have it for my collection. I did get something there that I was excited for. It was cheaper than what my local game stores sell it for. So happy I got this. And I got to test it there, make sure it worked and everything. It was originally priced at $200, but then they had marked it down to $100 because it just hadn't been selling. And then the lady said that if I wanted it, I could have it for $75, which is a great deal for this console. And that was a PlayStation 3 Super Slim console in really good condition. Works great. Came with 2 controllers. It came with a black PlayStation 3 controller. She had some charging cables, which she that was selling for $1, but she just tossed them in for free, so I got a black one. And then they also had a cool white PlayStation 3 controller. This console works wonderful. My buddy Dean and others had recommended, as a backup console, get a PlayStation 3 Slim or Super Slim. And trying to think who else. There's a few other people who've recommended, saying, oh, you got to get PlayStation 3 Slim. I know Cat's Game, whatever, Joel, he also recommends get a PlayStation 3 Super Slim. It's the best PS3 to get with the less worry of things to break. Also has a sliding door that opens up. I have a game in there I was testing to make sure it worked, but it's really cool with a sliding door, and it works wonderful. It was only $75. And my local game stores here sell these for about $130 to $150, depending on the hard drive size, and this came with a 250 gig hard drive. And what's really cool about the PlayStation 3 consoles is the hard drives are easy to replace. You can take the little hard drive out of there, and I could put in whatever one I wanted to, and they're like little small laptop size hard drives. So I could upgrade the hard drive on this if I want to, which I'm going to do. Especially my old fat PlayStation 3, I think that's a 80 gig model or something. I'm going to replace the hard drive in that one, as that one's also easy to get to. So happy. I've wanted a backup PS3 for a while. That was one of my main goals this year, was to track one down. And I was planning to get one at the local game stores, but finding this at the thrift store for 75 bucks, it's going to a great cause, helping take care of animals and helping them get adopted and stuff. So I figured, that 75 bucks will go for a good cause, and I get a great console out of that. So I was so happy to find that. I can't believe I found a PlayStation 3 Super Slim now. I'm also going to be eventually here on the lookout for a Slim or Super Slim for my buddy Dean, because I know he wants to get a backup one as well. As that's one of my big goals, is to making sure that I can play these games for years, is to make sure I have consoles in case one breaks. I got a couple backups to help me out, and so that's why I've been working on that goal. And then we'll end with the one thing I got from eBay, and that is a strategy guide that I wanted to get for my collection, but it came bundled with the game. And that was Grand Theft Auto Episodes from Liberty City strategy guide that has The Lost and the Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony, a strategy guide. This was one of the only Grand Theft Auto strategy guides I was missing. There's one more I need to get, the Chinatown Wars for the DS or 3DS it was on, and also the PSP and DS. That's what it was. I need to get that, and I'll have all the Grand Theft Auto strategy. It was only priced at $19.99. Great deal, because this is a hard to find one. Did not get a huge print run. And then it came with the PlayStation 3 version in really good condition, and it was complete. So for 20 bucks, not a bad deal to get a copy of the game for PlayStation 3, which I have it on 360. But hey, can't go wrong with having the PS3 version as well. And the wonderful strategy guide, because this has all the secrets and everything in it, which I did beat The Lost and the Damned, but I never 100%ed it because I did not have a strategy guide. And I did not know they even had one until I had seen some as a suggestion on eBay. So very happy to get this. I know my buddy Dean, this is high on his list. He wants to get this one too eventually. So Dean, I'm going to keep an eye out for you. If I can run into a copy of this, I will definitely get it for you. So very happy to have that for my collection. So there you guys go. I got 3 new consoles for the collection. Got a handful of games and some cords and stuff. Not a lot of stuff for pickups. I know some people have messaged me and asked about, like they kind of missed some of my old pickup videos where I had like just giant stacks of games and stuff I was finding. And unfortunately, that was back in the day when game hunting was a lot cheaper and easier to find. And it was also back before I had a lot of this stuff. Like, there's so many games and consoles I pass on as I already have them and have no need to pick them up. And as my list of wanted games keeps getting smaller and smaller, my pickup videos, you guys may notice, are just not out as frequently as they used to be. As, I almost have everything that I already want for my collection. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys have been picking up lately. And let me know if there's anything you saw in this video that you really enjoyed and really liked. Any of the games, consoles, whatever it is. I want to thank you guys for watching. Take care. You guys have an amazing day. And Sleepy will see you next time.